These 7 mistakes cost you thousands of dollars in GCI every single month. If you're a real estate agent on YouTube and you're making these mistakes, know that there's a better way. So make sure to stay to the end, because if you do the last mistake, chances are your channel will die. Mistake number 1 is inconsistency. If you show up to your YouTube channel, aka your audience, fairly inconsistently, don't count on having an audience much longer. Showing up one week on a random Monday and then again in 3 weeks on a random Thursday, that inconsistency, that's gonna cost you. So one of the best things for you, if you're battling with that right now, is scheduling a date and a time that you're gonna publish come heck or high water. Get yourself into a rhythm that you can actually commit to. Take one of my YouTube channels as an example. The date of this recording is October 16th, but on this channel, I'm ready to go up to late December. And there's about 5 more videos getting edited right now that are gonna go on that same queue. Mistake number 2 is creating videos nobody cares about. If you're gonna use YouTube for real estate lead generation, you have to answer the questions that are being asked. Creating videos for our own desires in a party of one isn't gonna move the needle for you. So let's create videos that buyers and sellers are gonna find beneficial. As an example, there's a lot of people relocating right now, and they need a lot of coaching, a lot of mentorship, and a lot of guidance on how to do that. So if you can help somebody navigate the move from one state to another state in video format on YouTube, you're going to win. So the best thing that you can do right now to insulate yourself from making this mistake is by having 3 distinct pillars, aka types of content that you're gonna record. As an example, you can create city videos where you cover everything about the city, such as the top neighborhoods, the cost of living, things like that. The second type of content is having real estate education videos. The third type of content is you're sharing real estate current events. So you're essentially sharing the current news about real estate. Now there's many other types of content that you can create, but these are just a fast way to get started. The third mistake that costs you thousands upon thousands of dollars in GCI is not having a call to action. You might have gotten the video perfect. And I mean, you have a perfect thumbnail, a perfect title, a perfect description, and people watch the entire thing, but there was no call to action. We think it's obvious that the next step for them is to call us. However, the viewer doesn't feel the same way. Now, don't mishear me. They might love to work with you. However, if you don't give them that call to action to actually reach out to you or to click on the link down below so they can connect with you, they're not going to do it. Not having a call to action is essentially you educating your ideal client, your viewer that's right in your backyard, and they going and taking that information and working with another real estate agent. You did the hard work. You created the video. You put yourself on the line. However, somebody else reaped the reward. Now, it's important to make a distinction here. I'm not saying be overly obvious with a call to action and be so gimmicky and just such a pain with it, but just have a call to action inviting people to connect with you. And the best way to do this is by actually provide something of value in exchange for their information. Offer some sort of calculator, a cheat sheet, a list of homes, something that you talked about within the video that makes sense for them to click on the link down below or them email you in exchange for whatever it is that you're offering. Now, I do want to take a brief moment and welcome you to my YouTube channel. My name is Jaime Resendiz, and I help real estate professionals exponentially grow their business through actionable content. And I'm on a mission to reduce the over 80% failure rate for real estate agents. So if you can hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, it's gonna really help us out. Now, this following mistake is one that I know way too well. I know it very personally. I would call myself a PhD in this mistake, actually. And that is not outsourcing quick enough. If your primary role is to be a real estate professional, that means that your commission is going to pay for the rent or the mortgage or the car payment or for the tuition. If that's you, then you need to take that responsibility a little bit more seriously. And here's what that means. You're using YouTube as a way to reach more buyers and more sellers. I have to strongly ask you to consider outsourcing your thumbnail design and your editing. Those 2 things, if you can outsource them now, even before you see a lead from YouTube, just go on faith that it's going to happen. If you can outsource now, you're going to get to that lead a lot quicker. That took me years to learn. And I mean years to learn. where I didn't have the blueprint, I still had reservations of paying somebody $30, $40, $50, $100 to edit my videos. But here's the thing, even if I went to school and really learned everything that I possibly could about thumbnail design, about editing, I'm still not gonna be as strong in editing or design as the actual professionals, because my role is a real estate professional first, which is the same as you. So by not outsourcing, I'm investing 2, 3, 4 additional hours into YouTube editing rather than being out there prospecting. And the fifth mistake that as a real estate agent, you should not make here on YouTube is ignoring analytics. YouTube gives you every piece of data that you could imagine, which is what we should use to better our videos. We know exactly how many people are clicking on our thumbnails. We know exactly where the viewers are actually dropping off and leaving our videos. We have all of that information in front of us. And this too is a big mistake that I fell into very early on. I thought me simply putting out the video was good enough and the views were gonna come. If somebody didn't like the video, then they can go F off. But that's not the case. If somebody isn't watching the video or staying to the end, there's something in there that we can learn. We can take that as feedback, because the more people watch, the more people we get to help. And the next mistake to avoid is overlooking the conversion strategy. You're creating a ton of videos here on YouTube and you're waiting for the algorithm to pick them up. That's fine, that's okay. However, what if we used those same videos and we actively push them to our database? What if we emailed our database every single week or every single month, however often you email your database, with our content? What if we sent text to the leads that ignored us? What if we created a video on the buying process or the selling process and sent that as a reinforcement to all of the prospects that we have in our database? What if we actually leverage the powerful format of video and we push that as a conversion strategy? The video's already there. And yes, we can wait for YouTube to pick it up in the algorithm, and in a way we actually want that. However, we understand that YouTube is a tough road to hoe. So we can use the videos that we create as a conversion strategy. It's a way to actually amplify our conversions. Now, the seventh mistake that we as real estate agents must avoid at all costs is not adapting. Folks, YouTube changes daily. And if you're not adapting, you are going to die. Well, maybe not you directly, but your channel is going to die. And in a way, I'm a bit ashamed to admit this, but that's something that happened to this very channel because I neglected it for so long. I was not adapting on this channel and also the other channels that I was managing at the time and creating content for actively at the time. I'd secure the top spot on every single category. However, I got a little comfortable and I started ignoring that. So I wasn't adapting. And very soon, other creators filled up that void that I had left. So don't let that be you.